It's day 3 of the 12 days of Christmas. Welcome to an exciting day filled with creativity and inspiration for all crafters, quilters, and embroiderers. Get ready to explore a variety of notions designed to keep your crafting and quilting organized. Plus, we've sprinkled in some delightful surprises to add a dash of fun to your creative journey. Take a look. Here's the Quilt Builder card deck with Christmas blocks. We've shown you set 1 and 2, which are traditional square piecing blocks, and box number 3, which are triangular pieces. And now they've come out with beautiful Christmas blocks. The box contains 40 different blocks, and each block comes in 5 sizes. There are 8 different layouts that they show you, a couple quick projects, plus ideas for personalizing and embellishing the blocks and projects. So let's see what comes inside. First of all, you get the card that shows you how to use the block charts. It tells you the fabric name, how many to cut, whether you need to subcut them, and then the size of the blocks. And again, tips and ideas. Then you get your 40 block cards. There are traditional piece blocks, but you'll see they run around the theme of Christmas. This is the Grinch's heart growing. I love that block. So you get 40 blocks, lots to play around with. But they give you some other great tools as well. Here are some layouts. So different ideas for piecing your blocks together. There's a Nordic sweater, a medallion, and I love this Christmas tree sampler. You could do anything with that. And then a 5x6 grid. I pulled out some great traditional Christmas blocks and thought this would make a great Christmas quilt. Now, I don't need to make the blocks as big as 12 inches. I can do 6-inch blocks, 8 or 9-inch blocks, depending on the card. Once you lay them out, you can start to move them around, helping to balance the different shades and tones in the cards, and then have a great time choosing the colors and building your project. You can also just choose 3 blocks and make a table runner or a bed runner. This is the Quilt Builder card deck Christmas set. Here's something for your sewing room. The My Sewing Room Thou Shalt Not. It is a lightweight but metal sign that you can hang in your sewing space. It includes fun sayings like, "Thou shalt not ask when it will be finished." "Thou shalt not cut anything with my fabric scissors." "Thou shalt not bring me your clothes to iron." And my personal favorite, "Thou shalt not come looking for food. This is not the kitchen." This metal sign would be a great hostess gift or a gift for a quilting friend, good for gift exchanges or retreat prizes, but I think you should get one for your own sewing space. Here are the Cloth Biddies cloth keepers from It's So Emma and Bee in My Bonnet. They're 2 per package, and what it is 2 strong magnets joined by a silicone tie. There's so many uses for this. The first thing I thought of is when I'm in a class or working on a collage and I need to transport it, how do I keep it together? Well, the Cloth Biddies work great. You just pull it around and stick the magnets together, and then off you go to your class. If you have a really big project, it's no problem. You can stick your Cloth Biddies together and make one long wrap. If you're using your Cloth Biddies to roll up fabric while you're stitching, it'll double as a scissor holder. You can keep your needles stuck onto the magnets as well. But I wanted to show you how strong the magnets were. So I made up a pretend quilt, And let's say I was going to quilt this on my sewing machine, I would want to keep this rolled up for ease of moving around. So this is 2 layers of flannel and 2 layers of batting. And I just put my cloth biddies on. And this is really stretchable too, by the way. So I could have rolled it up more. And there they go. Magnets hold just perfectly. So wrap it around your fabric to keep it rolled up. You can use the magnets as a needle nanny or a scissor holder. Plus it's great for transporting projects. Those are the cloth biddies from It's So Emma and Bee in My Bonnet. Here's a great reference tool for machine embroiderers. The Embroiderer's Compass from Dime, Designs in Machine Embroidery, and Deborah Jones. This reference tool, the Embroiderer's Compass, will take the guesswork out of choosing fabric, needles, and stabilizers for your embroidery projects. Sometimes the toughest thing about an embroidery project is knowing what kind of stabilizer to use. So let me show you how it works. The wheel is double-sided, and it gives you information on 25 fabrics and project options. The inside wheel turns, and as you turn, there are little windows that will give you information. So let's look at an example. I'm going to take the arrow at the top and line it up with natural leather, thin or fragile. Now as I move down, it tells me to use medium cutaway or fusible no-show mesh for my stabilizer. But I get more information. Deborah suggests a universal or sharp point needle in size 10 and 11. Plus she gives me other tips when using those stabilizers. I found this really interesting because I would think that vinyl and thin leather would have the same requirements, but they don't. Let's take a look at vinyl. For vinyl, she says to use soft tearaway or medium weight cutaway for higher stitch counts. And then a universal or sharp point needle with a 10 or 11 size. And then she suggests that we adhere the vinyl to soft tearaway or medium cutaway with embroidery spray adhesive to minimize the stretch. But you don't just get information on fabric. On the back, there are other pieces of information to use. For instance, if you want to use metallic thread, what does Deborah suggest? Well, she says go to the front of the wheel and choose the appropriate stabilizer for your fabric, plus use Fuse So Soft. And then she tells you again to use the needle that's suggested on the front. But she also suggests and gives you the tip to adhere Fuse So Soft to the reverse side of the fabric after embroidering for more wear comfort. This tool saves you time. No more researching and looking and deciding what should I do. It's right here, all at your fingertips for 25 different fabrics and projects. This is the Yazzi Craft Folding Kit. You're probably familiar with the Yazzi name. They're best known for making well-made fabric bags for sewing and crafting and all kinds of other uses. This is a great bag to store and transport your crafts, your toiletries and makeup, and, of course, sewing supplies. Let me show you what's so great about the bag. It's got 2 pleated pockets, so the pleats allow them to expand and you can fit more inside. And this center pocket is deep and expandable. Right now I've got 2 pairs of scissors, a rotary cutter, my seam presser, and some spools of thread, and I've got a lot of room left to use. Another great feature about this bag is it'll rest on the arm of your chair or couch when you're using it for needlework. It's durable like you expect from Yazzi bags, and it has a very large Velcro closure. So even if I stuff this bag full, there's lots of room for my Velcro. We've got the Yazzi Craft Folding Kits in 3 colors: aqua, royal blue, and purple, but we have limited numbers of each. If you're not willing to accept a substitute, please include a note with your order saying no substitution. Otherwise, if we run out of the color that you've ordered, we will substitute a different color. This is the Yazzi Craft folding kit, and it is excellent for storing and transporting all of your sewing needs. Here's another great quilters resource, Perfect Precut Quilts from Annie's Quilting. It's a 48-page book with 11 great projects, from table runners to small quilts and wall quilts. All of the projects use 5-inch squares or 10-inch squares. And don't forget, if you have 10-inch squares, you can cut them into 5-inch squares. These projects are perfect for weekend retreats, snowy days. They're quick to stitch, and don't forget, you can choose your fabrics and make seasonal projects from every pattern. Quilting enthusiasts, the Quilt Builder card deck and Perfect Precut quilts offer endless creative inspiration, and the center stage design wall will provide a canvas for your creativity. I've done a how-to video for the design wall where I show you how to add a sleeve and grommets and show you different ways to hang the design wall. Check it out. The Yazzi Craft Folding Kit is a convenient and stylish way to organize all your sewing and crafting essentials. It's available in several colors, so choose the color you like, but colors are in limited numbers. If we sell out of the color that you choose, we will substitute unless you put in the notes, no substitution. Don't forget to check out the introduction video if you haven't. Don't forget to watch for bloopers, and make sure you purchase for free the mystery step for today. It is only free for 23 hours. So fill your cart, make sure you go through that checkout process, and I'll be back tomorrow for the next day in the 12 days of Christmas.